Hello everyone, welcome back to our class. We have discussed some approaches to motivating people in the last section. Today, we mainly discuss some alternative work arrangements such as flexible time, job sharing, and telecommunicating. Let's start with Susan's work schedule to see how flexi time works. She works as a claim processor at the Hartford Financial Service Group. Her office opens at 6 a.m. and closes at 7 p.m. and she schedules her 8-hour day within these 13 hours. Because she is a morning person whose 7-year-old son gets out of school at 3 p.m. every day, Susan opts to work from 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Susan satisfies with her work hours. She is at the job when she is mentally most alert, and she can be home to take care of her son after he gets out of school. Flexi time is short for flexible work time. From Susan's work schedule, we can see that flexi-time employees must work a specific number of hours per week, but may vary their hours of work within limits. As the following table is shown. For example, each workday consists of a common call, usually 6 hours, with a flexibility band surrounding it. The call starts from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. with 1-hour lunch break. Employees must be at their jobs during the common call period, but they may accumulate their other 1 hour around that. For example, they can choose to start work from 8 a.m. or they can end the work at 6 p.m. Additionally, some flexi-time programs allow employees to accumulate extra hours and turn them into days off. Recent research shows that flexi-time can bring many benefits, including reduced absenteeism, increased productivity, reduced overtime expenses, reduced hostility toward management, reduced traffic congestion. However, flexi time has its drawback. It's not applicable to every job or every worker. For example, it's not a viable option for receptionists or salesperson in retail stores. The motivation effects of a flexi time still need additional research. Job sharing allows an organization to draw on the talents of more than one individual for a given job. It opens the opportunity to acquire skilled workers, for instance, parents with young children or retirees, who might not be available on a full-time basis. From the employee's perspective, job sharing can increase motivation and satisfaction. But an employer's decision to use job sharing is often based on economies and national policy. Job sharing allows 2 or more individuals to split a traditional full-time job. On the one hand, 2 part-time employees sharing a job can be less expensive in terms of salary and benefits than a full-timer. But it's not often the case because training, coordination, and administrative costs can be high. On the other hand, governments take use of a job sharing program to switch full-time workers to part-time job sharing work in order to keep employment levels from plummeting throughout the economic crisis. Telecommuting refers to working from home at least 2 days a week on a computer that is linked to employer's office. During the current outbreak of a COVID-19 pandemic, telecommuting has surged. During the crisis, up to half of the American workers are doing their jobs from home, double the rate in 2017 to 2018. Telecommuting has pros and cons for both employers and workers. On the plus side, workers tend to prefer working from home. It reduces time and money spent on going to and from work, and it helps people, especially women, balance work and family roles. It may even make workers more productive. The downsides are managing a telecommuting staff can be difficult. Professional isolation can have negative effects on well-being and career development, and the effects on productivity over the long run and in a scaled-up system are uncertain. When an organization truly wants to create a positive work environment that is based on high trust, exceptional customer service, collaborative teamwork, operational excellence, and creative problem solving, then the organization must begin to invest and be responsive to the needs of the employees. Employee involvement and participants, that is the EIP, is a participative process that uses the input of employees to increase employee commitment to organizational success. If workers are engaged in decisions that increase their autonomy and control over their work lives, they will become more motivated, more committed to the organization, more productive, and more satisfied with their jobs. Now, let's look at two major forms of employee involvement in more detail. They are participative management and representative participation. The first form of employee involvement is participative management. Participative management is a process in which subordinates share a significant degree of decision-making power with their immediate superiors, which allows the individual employee to involve in the decision-making process. The power sharing of the decision-making can occur either formally through briefings or surveys, or informally through daily consultations, as a way to enhance motivation through trust and commitment. Examples of direct participation include the Quality Circles Group, Total Quality Management, that is the TQM, and many others. Specifically, TQM is a management system for customer-focused organization that involves all employees in continual improvement. Studies of the participation and performance relationship have yielded mixed findings, reflecting employees' participation as not a sure means for improving performance. Organizations that institute participative management may realize higher stock returns, lower turnover rates, and higher labor productivity. Research at the individual level indicates participation typically has only a modest influence on employee productivity, motivation, and job satisfaction. The second form of employee involvement is a representative participation. Representative participation is a system in which workers' participation in organizational decision-making through a small group of representative employees, such as works councils and board representatives. The works councils are groups of nominated or elected employees who must be consulted for any personal decisions. The board representative reflects an employee's seats on a company's board of directors and represents the interests of the firm's employees. Representative participation was originally the only EIP program formed to allow employees representatives to discuss issues outside union agreements, and the representatives were all from the union. However, representative groups are now increasingly a mix of union and non-union or separate from the union arrangement. The influence of representative participation on working employees seems to be mixed, but generally, an employee would need to feel his or her interests are well represented and make a difference to the organization in order for motivation to increase. Thus, representative participation as a motivational tool is surpassed by more direct participation methods. EIP programs clearly have the potential to increase employees' intrinsic motivation, as long as the EIP programs must be carefully designed. The opportunity to make and implement decisions can contribute to all desirable organizational outcomes, and giving employees control over key decisions, along with ensuring that their interests are represented, can enhance feelings of procedural justice. Until now, we have learned the main ways jobs can be redesigned and how specific alternative work arrangements and employee involvement measures can motivate employees. In the next section, we will explore how different types of variable pay programs and flexible benefits can increase employee motivation. Thank you very much for your watching. See you next time.